Well, good afternoon, everyone. I am Rufus Bill, and welcome to another edition of Talking To. And we are very glad to be here on this very beautiful Sunday, January, Sunday, July 7th, 2024. Good afternoon, Joanne Tosin Fuller. How are you? You doing all right today?
Yes, I'm doing great. It's a beautiful day, and it's so good. I missed y'all.
I know.
I missed you.
It's been too long and forever, it seems.
Yes.
Yes, indeed. Justin Hearn. Let's see here.
What's going on, y'all? I'm having technical difficulties. I don't understand. My camera says it's on, but I do have a new phone, but it's not letting me, because it says my camera's on, because if I tap camera, it says it's off. Now it's on, but it's black.
It says on.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Well, you're the mysterious man.
I'm the mysterious man.
You're the mysterious man.
I think it's very fitting.
How about that?
I think it's very fitting.
My goodness.
Well, we're going to put the mysterious man in the middle, Joanne.
Is that a movie title?
Yes.
The mysterious man in the middle. Yeah. I wonder if it's because I'm not on a Google Chrome browser. I wonder if that might be what it is.
It could be. Because Joanne had some difficulties too earlier.
Okay.
With her camera, so I don't know what she did to remedy that problem, but nonetheless,
to my desktop.
Oh, that's right. You moved your desktop. That's what it was. So that's probably what it is, Justin.
Yeah, and I'm on my phone. I'm usually on my desktop.
Right, wrong though.
That's probably what it is.
But
nonetheless, we are so glad to be back today, and we've been missing each other, and everybody has been doing everything. So,
yes.
Joanne, what have you been up to?
We don't have that much time.
We don't have that much time.
We don't have that much time. It's been a whirlwind of a summer so far, and summer's halfway through. But it's all good stuff. It's all good stuff.
Good.
So just event after event after event. You know, whether it's a wedding, a party, a baby shower, catering, work,
you name it,
regular work. But it's been good, you know, because I enjoy doing it all. So but it's been a whirlwind of a summer. Of a spring and summer.
Yeah, spring and summer,
God is good. I'm telling you.
God is good. Mm-hmm. Well, Justin, since we last seen you, done had a baby.
Yeah. Well, no. Did I have a baby already?
Yep.
We had a baby already.
Just had the baby.
Yeah. We had just had the baby.
Right.
Yep. So she's should be 9 months this month.
Wow.
She'll be 9 months. She's a cutie pie, man. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
She is so beautiful. She is so beautiful.
Yes, she is.
But I've been coaching. So this summer, I've been fasted to like coaching middle school basketball and different things like that. But I wanted to be determined to coach my own kids this year. So I coached soccer. I had 4 and 5 year old soccer. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. It was crazy. Okay. It was chaotic. It was everything you could imagine. But moreover, it was fun. It was fun. It was crazy, but fun. I had so much fun with them kids. I really enjoyed it. Now I did flag football, and now I'm doing baseball. So I've been working and coaching and working. And I'm in my, I did graduate in May. I did walk in May. However, I'm in my last class. So I have 4 weeks of this class left, and then I'm officially done. But I did walk in May.
That's right. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You got this.
I know that's right.
And I saw where you said you wanted to go forward and go.
I always wanted to go to law school, but I just was not I don't know. And then when my job with the MBA program, it was just so readily accessible. I did it. I kind of wish I wouldn't have done the MBA program and went straight to law school. Yeah, but I think that Wayne State has a program that's supposedly if you went to DPS schools, you can go for free. So I'll be testing. Yeah, I'll be testing that out. I can't apply until September, but I'll see what that's like. I would rather go online, and that there are some programs, but you know you can't be leave free. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Can't be leave free. So so we'll see.
So Joanne has had experience with attorneys because you worked in the attorney's office.
Right. I have a legal secretary and administrative assistant degree. So I used to be a legal secretary.
So what was it like
it's
working in that atmosphere?
It's more than an ocean. And I'm sure, and that was a while back. So I'm 30 years ago. So I'm sure it has really changed.
Drastically changed, probably.
Because when I started, I was shorthand. So you know how far back that goes. We moved from shorthand to dictation. So you know I go way back with that. And I'm telling my age, aren't I?
That is too funny.
I'm sure the work is probably the same as far as research and and all of that. But yeah. But I liked it. It was interesting because it was like no day was ever the same.
I can imagine.
Right.
No day was ever the same.
Well, I know in the preparation to become a lawyer, people always say it's hard work, but and with some of my attorney friends, they said, it's not as it's so hard as it is so much reading that is required constantly, 5 and 6 and 8 chapters.
Yes.
But Justin, if that's the direction you go in, I know that you will soar and do very well.
Yes, yeah, we're gonna see. I get these bright ideas, I get these epiphanies, and they be so large, and then reality sets in. So we'll see. We'll see.
Wait. What was you gonna say, Joanne?
But you gotta have dreams. You gotta have goals. You gotta have desires. Because my theory is keep moving forward.
Exactly.
And you might
100%.
You hit this mark, the next mark you hit, and in each mark is gonna take you closer and closer to where you want to be. So do it.
And we're living in a time now, which is so different from 5 years and 10 years ago, and that as crazy as everything seems to be, or as it is still a great opportunity to be the best version of yourself. And when I decided to go back to school, and I was thinking, man, you might be a little kind of outdated and old, and I say I might have been one of a few senior people in the classes age-wise. They're 21 and I was whatever I was, but
whatever you was.
So like Justin said, I had that bright idea, and once I had committed to it, I was like, well, I can't stop. I'm gonna keep going and until I break it or it breaks me.
Yeah.
So guys, the talk. Now, see, Justin, that was a great segue into one of our discussions today. You talking about wanting to coach your son.
Yep.
So the big scuttlebutt around everywhere is LeBron and his son. Joanne, what is the big hoopla about this? What is the problem?
I don't understand why people are having an issue with this. I mean, people have been doing this, and I was trying while you were talking. I was trying to think of the name of it. But people have been doing this forever.
Nepotism.
Yes. People have been doing it forever. It's not like he doesn't have the talent. It's different if you try to hire somebody that's your child or your brother or your whatever, nephew or niece, and they don't have a gift, or they don't know the business, or they don't. But he knows. He's got the talent. So what? So let him do it. If that was our cousins or the other.
Hello from another.
Then
nobody say anything.
No issue. Oh, they would have been praising. Oh, look at the look.
Father, son.
I don't understand the issue. The boy has talent. And that's to me, that's just an awesome opportunity.
I know.
To play with, because either you're too old, either one is too old or one is too young. But now they're both. I just think it's an awesome opportunity.
Well, Justin, from the sports perspective, so some of the team players were saying, "Well, I'm gonna leave," and they were very negative too. But coming from that angle,
I think that is new because this is the first time we've seen it in players, right? Mm-hmm. So father-son player duo. We can look over baseball. We can look over especially football is at its best, where you have coaches like Bill Belichick, whose son, is the defensive coordinator. We see a lot in coaching, or we talk about Kyle Shanahan, who was the head coach of the 49ers. His dad was the, OG Shanahan. So we see it often in coaching and in coaching hires, but we've never really seen it in players. You know what I mean? And players. But I look at it like this. LeBron James Jr., I don't see nothing wrong with it. If I could do it for my son, I would definitely do it for my son. Yeah, and I just think the NBA is just a very, very competitive field. And when you got players that, average more points than he did, that played more on tape, that shows that they're a better player, literally numbers that don't lie, yet he was drafted. And I think that it's smart on the Lakers' behalf because they wanted to re-sign LeBron. So I think as much as the Lakers, you can say they're participating in nepotism, they're more so secure in their future because guess what? LeBron James just re-signed with them. And he signed a 2-year deal. Well, guess who will be draft eligible in 2 years? The son that really can play basketball. The better son. Bryce is way better than Bronny in basketball. And if Bronny can get drafted, Bryce is better. He's better. He's way better than Bronny. So, who he might get both of his sons on the Lakers.
How about
know what I'm saying? So, it's crazy.
Why would not you use your political pull?
Exactly, for your own kid.
For your own.
Your own child and your own team.
And your own team.
Yep, and he getting paid. I think he broke his dad's record. I saw a report from ESPN, so I would have to fact check this to really stand on it. But I saw it on ESPN. They said that he broke LeBron James' record. I think LeBron James sold maybe like 30,000 jerseys in 24 hours. Well, LeBron Jr. sold 50,000 jerseys in 24 hours. So he had his debut in Summer League yesterday, and it was very subpar. He played 22 minutes. He had 4 points, 2 rebounds, and 2 steals in 22 minutes. It's not a good showing. For a player that's drafted in the second round, you would expect them to contribute more. But the interesting thing is that ESPN is not painting this bad narrative that, Bronny only did this. They just highlighted the things that he did do. He scored 2 points, 2 field goals, and they highlighted that. So I thought that was interesting because I was ready for ESPN to kind of make them, chew them up, but they didn't. So that was pretty interesting.
But I would think, Joanne, so you have his son coming on. Not only is he playing with his dad, but all these other professionals that are skilled and have made their mark into basketball, he cannot help other than to get better. That's
but is that what do you think they're afraid of? Is that what I mean? I don't know. Like I said, I don't understand the hoopla.
I don't either.
And then it's funny because then you think, well, are they jealous? Are they, what is the real issue? You think the two of them gonna get on the court and just play with themselves?
With themselves?
I mean, what is the issue? It could, to me, and it's just my opinion, I'm no expert, it can only better the team.
It can only better the team.
What is it? I don't know. What is it?
And
I mean, I guess I'll play devil's advocate. Okay. There were some players that were available that had a better college showing than
Mhm.
Bronny did. So when if maybe a Laker fan can look at that and say, well, I don't want his son. I want the team to get better. You know what I mean? And
Mhm.
looking yesterday at the summer league game, he wasn't the best player on the court. He wasn't on his team.
Mm-hmm.
So when you think about stuff like that, it's shortcutting somebody, but at the end of the day, it is what it is, and he does have the potential to grow and to be better. So it's one of those things you got to see through. A second round draft pick in the NBA typically usually doesn't get a guaranteed contract. So is like whoever they would have drafted at that point was going to be a crapshoot, regardless of
Regardless.
who it was. And to be perfectly honest with you, this was by far the worst draft in the last 10 years. Meaning the talent
Okay.
overall wasn't great.
Okay.
There was no LeBron James in this draft. There was no Carmelo Anthony in this draft.
Mhm.
There was no superstar in this draft. So it was a weak draft anyway. You know what I mean? So
Yes.
yeah.
Well, time will tell, and everybody's going to be glued to the set anyway. But and then just imagine this, you two, just the whole rebranding of the Lakers, because I'm sure this is going to bring in more viewership.
Mm-hmm.
Ticket sales are going to soar through the roof, and all eyes will be on the Lakers.
Yes.
You
And
know,
he's gonna have to get better because Daddy gonna be like, "Don't you get out here and embarrass me."
and embarrass me, boy.
Don't you? So he's gonna have to get better. I mean, to me, it's. I understand what Justin is saying, but to me, it seems like it's a win-win. We
A
hope
win-win,
it's a
definitely,
win-win
definitely.
for everybody. We hope so. Yeah.
100%.
So what do you all think about us having the draft? I know we're kind of behind with everything, but still, Detroit having the draft.
Yeah.
A couple of weeks ago, or about a month ago, maybe so. What was it like down there, Justin? Because I saw you
crazy in a good way,
Okay.
not in a bad way. So I go through a couple things. So on the logistics standpoint, brilliant. The way that they had everything blocked off, sectioned off, the way everybody had through metal detectors,
Mm-hmm.
how they used the space and the downtown footprint. It was well put together. It was well thought out. I mean, they thought about everything. It was free. That was also big. So not only could you come down, not only as you registered, you came down there. They had activities for you to do.
Okay.
It was literally amazing. I'm so glad that I was able to experience it. But I'll tell you this, it was entirely too many people. I mean, like, it was crazy how the amount of people down there. I was working the event all weekend, but I had the pleasure of working from my office. But I went down there the first day for the Big Sean did the opening concert. Yeah, I was down there for that. And when I tell you that it was so many people, like, you know how you play a video game and people just look like a blimp? It just looked like that's how crazy it looked. And it was such camaraderie, people from everywhere, from all 32 NFL team states that represented. It was so much love in the air, friendship, and the common thing was people were saying, "Man, Detroit is a beautiful place. Man, I love Detroit. Man, I've been to the Riverwalk. It's beautiful. Man, it was just compliment after compliment after compliment." So I think it was kudos to those who orchestrated that event to put it together. And because we handled the draft so well, and because the addition of a few key hotels that's being built or has been built in the city. So to attract major events, I think you need at least 5,000 beds, and we were about 2,000 beds short. And I think that they're building the JW Marriott right on the riverfront on the property of the old Joe Louis. I think once they add that 600 to the ones that's already built, we should be at that 5,000 mark. And I think you're going to see in the next 2 years major conferences, in Detroit.
Yeah, it's just a no-brainer.
Yes.
It
There
is.
was so many just good, just like you said, just good reports. You know, little minor things, but nothing major. And people were riding the people mover. People were riding the because some friends of mine was the one that goes up and down Woodward.
Oh,
Q
the
line,
rail.
Q line.
Yes.
I mean, it was just, and how people were just even helping each other. You know, even one of my clients said how she was riding the Q line, and it was these ladies from another state, and somehow they got mixed up, and so she took them to their car. You know, got it. I mean, it was just so many stories that I heard. You know, so kudos for Detroit. Yay!
I know.
Yay, Detroit.
I know. One of my friends, she works down in the mayor's office, and she said she had never seen in all of her career of being in media to see all this excitement about these 3 days.
Yeah.
And how it just bubbled over, and how everybody was just so enthused about experiencing it. You know, that was the weekend of my my piano recitals dinner. And so I wanted it to be downtown at Andiamo's. That was the original choice for it. And so when I realized later that the draft was that weekend, I said, well, I'm still going to have it there because, you know, that'll be exciting and we'll be right off the water and all of that. And then I began to think, as Justin said, about how to get and enter downtown. I said, that's going to be a mess. People will have to leave maybe 2 hours ahead of the event time. So we didn't have it down at that location, but we had it in West Bloomfield. But even when we were there, people were just excited that we're in the restaurant about the draft. And it was so nice to see just that talk about it, the excitement about it, the resolve of the type of city that Detroit is, and its people, and how everybody just came together, and they were just really happy. Yeah. You know, very excited.
Yes.
Joanne, can you see what Pamela Burton Johnson is saying?
Yes, she says she's going back to LeBron and his son are well prepared for all the ridicule. His son has had to live through his father's life. They are prepared. There's always going to be opposers. This Buckeye is happy.
That she had to go at
Justin. Family, you just hit for it. You just hit a spot. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say.
Justin, you are too funny.
We need to move forward, right?
Where's my boxing ring bell? Oh my Lord!
But you know what? Just talking about downtown too. We just had the reopening of the train station.
Look at that!
Look at that! I need to go down there. I do
too.
I need to go down there because I wanted to go that weekend, but I had an event that weekend. It was like, but then I didn't want to go because you know there was just too many people for me.
There's a lot of people.
So now I want to go. I want to go like during the week.
Yes.
But I want to just go and see it. I just need to go see it because I remember the old one.
Joanne and Justin, I never thought that they were going to actually do something with that building. Yes. So it has never been. Well, I'm not going to say that. I think I was, maybe. I think it's in the 80s was the last time it was open. But I just never believed that they were going to do that. Even when they started putting windows in the building, and we would go over there to Mexican Town and come past it. And I'm thinking, why don't they just tear that down? But
I think that's why that guy was holding on to it.
That's why Matty Maroon.
I think he wanted to tear it down.
Yep.
But they didn't want him to tear down.
Exactly.
Before it took over, it was like, wow. But and it's always, hindsight is always 2020.
Isn't it?
And I need to stay on top of stuff. I should have bought some stock, something. But yeah, I think the original, because they kept getting on him. What are you going to do with this?
What are you going to do with it?
What are you going to do with it? And I think he was just waiting to a point where he could tear it down and use it for something else.
Mm-hmm.
But I am so glad that they didn't allow that.
I am glad too.
If you're not gonna fix it up, then we gonna sell it.
Yeah.
And Ford came in, and oh my goodness,
and did their thing, only like they could do it.
Yeah.
Only like they could do it. I was glad to see Big Sean. Justin, did he go to your school?
No, he went to Cass.
Oh, he went to Cass. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
But to see him perform, and then they have the Clark sisters, and then I don't know if you all are familiar with Slum Village, but my buddy Derek Waller, he plays in that group.
Okay.
They were honored, and then even to get Diana Ross.
I was just gonna say Diana Ross, who said she was never coming back to Detroit.
She ate those words that day.
Thank you very much.
I was surprised that at Common and Fantasia, I didn't understand the Detroit. I didn't understand the connection. Like, why?
I didn't either. I said, well, they must have good PR people.
I think that was just another pull ticket, though.
Right.
That's just my
I just thought they could have got other people, though. You know what I mean? Not that. I mean, Common is cool and Fantasia is cool too, but I don't know. I feel like there were more celebrities that could have been more Detroit than Fantasia and Common.
Fantasia.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I gotta agree.
I like
with that
Fantasia, so I
like Fantasia. I mean, I like her too. No, I don't dislike them at all. I just
understand what you're saying though, but I like Fantasia. Yeah.
But especially with that Motown roster,
right?
With they were using that train station a lot during their while they were still in Detroit. You know, the Temptations and. But nonetheless, it went over very well, and I don't think Justin or had said anything that there was any problems with that, and so it's just a overall good feeling.
And to have restored it, from my understanding, from hearsay, to its original. So it's not like they took the building and made it modern or anything, but they tried to restore it to almost to the as original as possible. You know, that took a lot.
Yeah,
that took a lot.
To make it back, to build that building that was built back then today would be how many millions?
Oh my God! You probably wouldn't even want to invest that kind of money.
And to try to restore it back to that, so you have the tile work, you have the, all of that
architecture,
you have the architecture, you have all of that we don't use
today.
Like we don't.
I don't see it.
Yeah, don't see it. Like in my house, I have plaster. I don't have drywall. And all that kind of stuff. I know how when we have to go into the wall, what it takes to get it back. Because my Lord, drywall up in here. That's just how, but I mean, just to think. So that's what I want to see. I just want to see that artwork. I just want to see that architecture.
It's beautiful.
See that.
It's beautiful.
Oh my goodness.
So and before we go, I want to talk about Hill Harper. What do you all think? Now he's running against what's his name, Sri Thanedar. Now, because of the new redistricting in the city for that congressional seat that opened, some people are well, I'm not gonna say some people, but a lot of people are on board with him.
Yes,
if he does not get it, well, let's not say that. We're pushing him to get it because he will be, if I'm not mistaken, the only Black representation in that particular office.
That's true.
And I was doing some research just yesterday about him. I did not know, because everybody is talking about he's an actor, and not to take anything from that, but that man
does things
he's an attorney.
Yes, he's yes.
He is an attorney. I said, now that in itself, Justin, that separates him from most.
But he's always involved with the
and with the people.
He's always involved. We just didn't see that because we just see him on TV.
On TV.
We didn't pay attention to the things that he was involved with outside of his acting. Mm-hmm. He's always been involved.
Always.
Yeah, I think it's funny that when a person is black, you know, people come up, oh, he's an actor. Well, what is Sheree Tenadar? He's just a businessman.
Right.
How does that benefit him more from being a business than that doesn't whatever. Right. So I look at it like this, and I'm just gonna be brutally honest. Somebody I trust, they said, I think she put on Facebook, I trust her numbers, and she said that there's only been 10 black people on Congress, if I'm not mistaken. Not what is he running for? He's running for
U.S. Senate.
U.S. Senate. There's only been 10 or 9 maybe, and if he's elected, he'll be the 10th one. Okay. So it's like I'm voting. You know, I got to give it to him because it'd be honestly sad to say, but it's because he's black. Because we don't have representation.
How about
you know what
that?
I mean? So it's like just because, and you know, you're not gonna agree with everything that everybody has to say. But he's been very he's reached out to the clergy here a lot, and I've had multiple opportunities to hear about him, hear what he's about, and see how collaborative he's trying to be. So you know he could pull a Kamala Harris on us if he want to. You know what I'm saying? He can pull that, but. To me, I think he's done the right thing. He said the right things. He's been about the right things, and for that, I think that and he's more suited for the job than Sheree Tenadar, in my opinion.
And another thing I look at, and some people call him a carpetbagger because he's from the outside coming in, but because he thinks differently than the regular person. Because of his law, because of studying law, he has observed what is going on in this state. He has looked at the situations and the concerns of the people. He was able to see an opportunity, a window for him to come in, plant his feet, get his digs in the Detroit soil and the Michigan soil, and then reach out and try to better the city. He lives in Detroit. Your Buckeye friend, Justin, Pamela, her church, they have this big annual neighborhood picnic, and it's usually in August. And so last year they did it right there at Evergreen and Outer Drive. I can't think of the name of that park. But anyway, they were doing another celebrating, and it's a community event, the picnic. And he came up to saw that they were out there. He got over there, met with the people, talked with the people. I think she said he got him a plate, sat down, and he was just a person.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I think you made a great point too, is because I think sometimes rich people get bored, like Sheree Tenadar, right? Like Donald Trump. Why is Donald Trump president? Because he was bored.
Mercy Jesus.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to be like, what do you got all you don't need to be president, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But he actually not originally from here. Is it Iowa? I want to say he's originally from.
It might be one of those.
I think it's Iowa. But he saw Michigan, he saw Detroit, he saw opportunity, and he went after it. So that lets me know that you really want this job. You know what I'm saying? You really want it.
Yes. So honestly, who would even think about coming here, doing anything, unless you really had a passion and a desire to change the quality of life for the residents, Black especially, and brown, in the city. I mean, in the state.
Yeah. Here's my bold prediction.
All right, give it to us, buddy.
If he wins, I think you will see him within the next 4 to 8 years probably running for governor.
Okay.
I can see it.
I can see
Yep.
it. Okay.
I can see that if he wins and winning, because Michigan hasn't had have we ever had a black governor? Probably before my time, maybe. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I think as black as we got was Blanchard.
Okay, so maybe we never had one, and
Right.
so
Justin, I agree. I see some potential.
Yeah,
and I think he saw some potential. Like you said, he saw an opportunity because Detroit also is moving up on the map, on every map, on everybody. Yep. When you watch these shows now, it's about Detroit. When you watch, like I'm an HGTV fan. When you watch now, everything is about Detroit. Moving to Detroit for whatever reason. What we saw with the draft, what we see going on in Detroit
right now,
we want to call it regentrification, whatever, is Detroit is about to blow up. And I think he saw something in Detroit that he was like, okay, I need to be there. And I think he wants to also help his people.
Yeah, 100%.
More important.
Because on the other hand, we are getting pushed out too.
Yeah.
We're getting pushed out, whether they want to admit it or not. They're pushing a lot. They're pushing most of us out. And so I think he saw something. And I'm
glad he did. And I'm glad he didn't just talk about it.
Yeah.
He acted on it.
He's acting on it.
He acted on it. Justin, give us something to hold on to for this week until we meet next Sunday.
Okay. I'm going to say try it again. I think oftentimes in life we try things and we say, we don't like it. And we, and we never try it again, or we never do it again, or we fail at it and we say, no, try it again this week. Think about something that you tried that you didn't like, that you may have could have talked yourself out of or anything like that, and try it again, and you never know.
I love it. Try it again. Joanne, what you going to leave us with for this week?
You know what? I'm just this little saying that I found.
Okay.
And it's when you need it, when you need, God knows. When you ask, God listens. When you believe, God works. When you think, God gives. When you thank God, He gives more.
I love that.
Love it.
Let's read that last line again.
When you thank God, God gives more.
How about that? And we so often do not thank Him because we think subconsciously we're just entitled and it's supposed to be, and we just go about our merry way. But yes, I love try again. Thank God. And I'm gonna say for us to really do what it takes to be the better you. When we're given another opportunity to try again and to thank God more, that is giving us and allowing us to be better.
Yes.
And that's the goal. We got to be better. And I tease a lot about my age and not saying what it is and all of that, but that is there is no age limit in becoming a better you. There isn't. So we can always strive higher to be our very best.
Yeah.
To be our very best. Well, this has been great. I want to apologize for coming on late today because we were having some technical difficulties. My computer went out and it was going crazy. And I was all set up at whatever time, 5 o'clock. And as soon as we were ready, the lights blinked, the computer went out. But we want to thank everybody for being so patient and being with us while we had a little extension to our normal 12 weeks. And we look forward to seeing everybody next week, 7 o'clock. Justin, have a great one. Joanne, you have a great one as well. Peace. And we'll see you all next week on Talking To right here with Joanne, Justin, and Rufus. Have a great one.
Yes.